Okay guys, well we're here in Montana, as I said. We're working on this motor mount. And another thing you got to do is, there's basically 3 bolts on here. So I got to take off this little container here, that's for the coolant. And there's one here that I got to take off. And this basically is the main one that holds the bolt in place. So I want to take that off. Engine is supported on the bottom, so should be fine. Yep, should be fine. So I want to take that off. So I got that loose enough for now. I'll go ahead and take out the main one on the top. Don't really need that. It's loose already. Go ahead and take this one off. It's supported fairly well, so that should happen there. Always wear protective gloves, obviously. Unfortunately, these are the only gloves that I have with me right now. I couldn't find my other ones, so I'm wearing these. Alright, so take off the 15. Okay. And I'm just testing it out right now to make sure engine isn't going to drop all of a sudden on this side. I mean, it should not, because I still have the front mount there and the rear mount there. And then I got underneath, I have support. I braced it. So everything seems pretty balanced right now. I'll go ahead and get this off here in a second here. Wow. Make sure it's... One second. Okay. There's a nut on the bottom. And it's really oily. So I'm getting my hands dirty down there. It's coming out little by little. Oh, sorry, dropped that. What's the temperature today, Joel? Do you know?
Nope.
It should be about 30 degrees, so that's why we're all bundled up. It's pretty cool day. But we promised we would do this today for you guys that wanted to see this. So, come on, buddy. And it's off. This glove is kind of a pain. Wow. Hold on one second. Where's my... Alright, can you... Here, hold on one second. Tissue. Nice to have some towels. So, obviously the best towels you can get are these things. Usually you want to wear gloves, but if you don't have any, it's really all you can do. That one is coming down pretty good. Okay. Oh, there you go. It's on the floor. Perfect. That's what we wanted. Now just pull that one out. Okay, so there's one. Alright. And obviously the other one goes the other direction. So that's your 15. And all we got is this left. So one thing I want to see, you see how it's shaking right there freely? That right there, I mean, it's not even holding the motor. So you shouldn't have to worry about it falling or anything. It's pretty much, everything's where it needs to be. So in order for you to do this, and we'll finally see what this motor mount looks like. So that's your 17 right there. That goes horizontal. So there's this. Alright, so we got this guy. It's pretty warm, you know. I tried not to run the car before I went and did this because everything in the engine always gets hot, obviously. So, and just pull this guy out, wiggle it out a little bit. It's a little warm. Okay, there you go. Let's move this wire a little bit over, and we should have it. All right, there you go. So let's have a look at our mount here. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty much what you call a busted mount. See right there how it's torn? You see that? So this would really normally need to be replaced. This side is pretty much ripped off too. So what we're gonna do is we have, let me grab it. We have this, and there's a better brand, but I went and grabbed this instead. This is a urethane windshield adhesive. It's actually designed for windows and window installs and stuff like that. But what we're gonna do is go ahead and fill this mount right here. Basically, fill that in. You know, normally what I want to do is clean this up as best I can, but since this is just a test, we're not really sure if this is even going to work. We're just going to go ahead and wipe it down as best we can for now. You know, since it's grease, you don't really want to spend too much time getting it all wet and making a mess in your wife's kitchen. She'll probably kill you if you do that. So just gonna go ahead and clean up as much as I can for now. It's winter, so when it gets warmer again, I'll definitely look into cleaning up my mounts better. But this paper towel right now is all I really care about doing for today. I'm getting as much of it off as I can. But as you can tell, the engine's fine, it's not falling out. So if people that haven't done this before are worried about doing this kind of thing, I can totally understand. But if you put on jack underneath there and you got the other 3 mounts on, you really shouldn't have too much to worry about. So I got the jack under there and it's good to go. So, alright, so I'm gonna wipe this down a little bit more. A lot of people haven't seen what, you know, a lot of new people that don't really work on cars, which was pretty much me just 2.5 years ago. I would never attempt something like this, but obviously I'm here to learn. I'm here to help out my people that are, you know, same skill level as me, which is pretty much not a mechanic at all whatsoever. I'm what you call a wannabe shade tree mechanic, I guess. But anyways, so now that I've got that cleaned up as best as I can, you know, I just want to make sure that it's not too dirty, because then I don't have the urethane, it's not going to be able to stick as well. So I'm thinking right, yeah, well, anyways, so what I want to do first of all is squirt in here as much as I can, and then hold it in place as best as I can, and then fill this side in. And from what I've learned in the little instructions that I read, you want to do one side at a time and put a thin enough layer, let it dry, let it set, and then do another layer over that. So it's kind of a multiple applications type of job here. So let me grab something to puncture that, and then we can squeeze some stuff in there. So what I'm using today is just a little tool like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and puncture this right here. This is pretty dangerous stuff from what I read in the instructions. You don't really want to get this stuff on you. So, and there it is. There's the stuff. It's like a black stuff. Obviously it's black urethane. So, but I didn't really want that on my tool. But that's alright. I can wipe it right off. As long as you clean your tool right away, you should have no problems dealing with it. So, alright, so anyways, I don't have a nozzle on it. Didn't come with one. I should have gave me one, but actually what I want to do is just squirt some of this in there, see how much of it I can get in there. Boy, Montana weather definitely takes a toll on everything. This stuff itself is like cold. Hold on, let me get it in there. Ugh. Might have to get a lighter to this stuff to get it all warmed up. So. Wow. That is definitely not applying as good as I want it to. But let's try to squeeze it in there. Another thing you can do is push on the top. Oh, don't get that stuff on the phone. Let's see. There we go. Squeeze it in there. Squeeze it in there. Okay. Let's see. So, wow, that stuff's messy. Anyways, let me clean up a little bit of my mess here. So, what they want you to do in the video is kind of squeeze it in there, like that. Okay, so now I'm just going to hold that in place for a little bit. Hopefully that'll take and see what it does. But definitely, wow, this stuff is like already curing really fast. This is nuts. Okay, definitely want to get a nozzle, but wow, this stuff is awesome. It's definitely doing better than I thought it would. So it's like squeezing a rubber mount out of a can, which is kind of awesome. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill some in right here. You know, I kind of wish this was a little warmer. I don't have that luxury being in Montana. I'm not going to stick this in the microwave. So, gosh, I wish I had like a little tube.
Do you want me to pause it?
I gotta pause it.